there, how are my favorite caregivers in the whole wide world? And before we get started, please let me know in the chat where you are watching from, because we have viewers literally from all over the globe. I'm Debra Costu, and this is a global movement. Me and you and my friends on TikTok and Instagram and all over social media, we have decided that we are changing the face of dementia care. We're turning this memory care industry upside down. We're turning it on its fanny. And I'm so glad that you're here to join me. If you're new, we are a very positive community, and we hope that you'll join us by subscribing. Hit that big red subscribe button. We can't wait to have you join our family. And also join us on TikTok and Instagram, where I do lives almost every single day. Again, my name is Debra Costu. I'm a certified master dementia strategist. I've taught for the Alzheimer's Association at their highest level of courses for several years. I've owned a home care agency, and I've literally tested my techniques and scripts on thousands and thousands of patients and family members. So what I can tell you and what my students will tell you is that these strategies work. They will actually work in front of your person with dementia. Today, I'm going to talk about a topic that's pretty sensitive within the medical community. We're going to talk about the effects of anesthesia on dementia. And I'm going to tell you that it's a little disheartening how little information there really is out there on this topic. So I'm going to do my best, but please keep in mind that I'm not a doctor and I do not give medical advice. But I did want to touch on this topic because it seems to be pretty hot. And I've had a lot of people come to me over the years and tell me that they've been concerned about the fact that their person with dementia has shown symptoms directly related to having anesthesia. So I think that this is a very important topic, and I think it's one worth discussing. And as we've known from past history, the more we bring attention to a subject, the more attention that it gets, usually the quicker we get results. So here we go. I'm just going to give you my 2 cents, whatever it's worth, because you guys who know me, you know that my specialty is behaviors and communication, getting your relationship back, getting results from your person with dementia in your home or in your community, wherever you're working. So today, anesthesia, what anesthesia does is it stops the brain from recognizing pain signals. That's what anesthesia does. It stops the brain from perceiving pain. There's several different types of anesthesia. There's general anesthesia, local anesthesia, regional, sedated. So there's different types of anesthesia. And I think, back in the day, it was like, put them deep, right? Put the patient deep, as deep as you can without killing them, right? And that's where we want to be really careful. But the first thing I want to tell you is don't be afraid to have these discussions with your doctor. So you should first have these discussions with your doctor. You should also be having these conversations with the surgeon and the anesthesiologist prior to surgery, because there are alternatives and you want to know what's happening. So, one thing that I found very consistent was there's concern about how many surgeries a person has had in the past under general anesthesia. That's when you're pretty much, comatose. You're completely out. You're not really breathing on your own, right? You're intubated. You have that tube down your throat, and you are really under, right? You're unconscious. If you have been put under general anesthesia, every time you're put under, it piggybacks and it increases your risk of dementia type symptoms or full-blown dementia. Okay. So that's a big concern. The other really big concern is, how long were you under anesthesia for that particular surgery or that particular procedure, because the longer you're under, obviously, right? The harder it is for your body to bounce back from it. So back in the day, some of these like thoracic surgeries, they can take many, many, many hours, right? And other surgeries are quick. So you may want to ask, how long should I expect, if everything goes well, to be under general anesthesia? What's the length? You can also request, when you're under general anesthesia, there's a couple different, I don't even really know how to term it because, again, not a doctor, but you can be put under kind of light or pretty heavy. So if you tell them that you want to be under anesthesia as light as possible for the entire procedure, might not be a bad idea to make that request. Another type of anesthesia is regional anesthesia or local anesthesia. You might have heard it as local. And that is kind of confined to a larger area. So instead of like general anesthesia where your entire body, you're just like you're out, right? Regional or local anesthesia is going to basically make you pain-free in a large area of your body, a larger area of your body. This would be good for like biopsies. What else? I don't know. Anyway, then there's sedation, where you might be kind of sleeping lightly. You might still kind of be with it a little bit, but sedation can be more relaxed and still awake, or you could be drowsy and dozing off, or you could be full-blown sleeping. So there's a lot of different choices, if you will, and usually the surgeon and the anesthesiologist, they're usually the ones that are deciding what they're going to do. And you also want them to use the methods that are comfortable for them. You don't want them like trying something new on you, right? Or something that they don't use a lot of. But these discussions should be happening if you're concerned about yourself or a loved one going under anesthesia and you're worried about cognition. You need to be specific. I'm worried about dementia. I'm worried about effects on my cognition afterwards. Because some people will come out of surgery and they'll have what's called delirium. They'll have heightened confusion. Usually this will go away over a fairly short period of time. However, some people don't ever recover. Some doctors call it like a brain fog. I'm not a real fan of that term, fog. But so some people will take maybe hours, days, or even weeks to fully recover from anesthesia. But those effects, they can be permanent. They can be temporary. There's really no way of knowing until it happens, and then it's too late. It's too late. So there's still a lot of moving pieces. There's still a lot of what we really don't know about the effects of anesthesia and dementia. And there's something called POCD, which is post-operative cognitive dysfunction. And that is the effects of cognitive issues after post-op, right? So post-operative cognitive dysfunction. This can be subtle and it can develop over weeks. It can get worse. It can get better, and it can be permanent or it can be temporary. So there's a lot of what ifs here, right? So we have to start having these conversations with our doctors. We have to ask questions. We have to discuss our concerns. Another thing is, what was I just going to say? I was just going to talk about, back in the 1960s, President Nixon went to China and he brought back a video about acupuncture that could completely knock someone out. by simple acupuncture and perform major surgery. Why that has never come to fruition, I don't know. I don't know, but maybe it's something we should be looking into here in the United States. I don't know. What do you think? Comment below. Let me know what you think about that. So I want to let you know that I have a free PDF download for you today. It's called Understanding Different Dementias. I'll put a link to it down below, but this free resource is available for you on my website at answersaboutalz.org. Again, that's answersaboutalz.org. This really important document talks about the most common types of dementia, the life expectancies, the warning signs, and the symptoms. So this is a really, really great tool for you to use. And then I have one other thing for you. If you don't have it yet, please get this book. This is Forget Me Not. This is a #1 bestseller for family and professional caregivers. It has so many great tips and tricks in here. This has got a lot of my scripts. It's got toileting and bathing and behaviors, communication, sundowning, hallucinations. It goes on and on and on. But this is available on Amazon. The link for this will also be down below for you. But again, if you haven't subscribed, please do so. Let me know where you're watching from. Tell me about your loved one. I love hearing from you. Let me know what other videos you'd like to hear about. And I'll always be here for you. I'm Debra Costu, Certified Master Dementia Strategist. Oh, and by the way, you can also become a Certified Master Dementia Strategist by applying at the website. Just book a call. This is a 4-day class. It will take you to a level you never thought you could get to before. It will give you all the tools, tips, tricks, answers, and solutions to your dementia problems right there, all wrapped up in 4 little days with me. I'm so glad you joined me. Thanks for visiting. I'll see you again soon. Bye.